Very good morning and welcome to Nigeria Now on your digital first Pan-African News Network, TUS Television, the program which brings you major stories across national dailies here in Nigeria. My name is Sagir Ibrahim, and with me in the studio is our newspaper analyst, Mr. Felix Adetoubo, who also doubles as a public affairs analyst. Good morning, Mr. Felix.
Good morning, Sagir.
Nice to see you once again.
And nice being here.
Thank you. So a couple of stories made the headline this morning. First off, which is, let's start with the Daily Times newspaper. Right. Buhari to journalists, insecurity in Nigeria declining, not rising. Charges the media to revise its reporting on security challenges. Says bandits will soon no longer have place to hide. FG takes delivery of final batch of Tucano jet. So I was wondering, when does it become absolutely necessary for the government of a country to caution its media organization, which doubles as the fourth estate of the realm, on how to report certain issues? Because the last time I checked, the media is supposed to be impartial and report facts the way it is. So for the president to come out saying, look, insecurity is declining, not rising, when does it become a problem to report the fact as it is?
Well, thank you once again for having me. I still feel that the president may not really be right in this, because we all know that all these attacks, this criminality has now become a fabric that's eating deep, a kind of cancer that's eating deep into the fabric of the society. And, just like a boil, for you to heal a boil or for a boil to be cured, it has to be opened. You understand? So that the pulse, everything will come out. So if the president is saying that it should not be, said as it is, it should not be reported as it is. So I don't know what really is trying to get at, because the people must know what's going on around them, and it has to be reported the way it is. Probably is thinking of the people, the citizens getting scared of all this news, because yesterday in Sokoto, 43 people has been reported were killed. We need to know what's going on. How will I be in a society and I don't know what's going on? So I think the president is not really getting it right in that. Things should be reported, and the media should not be gargled. It's not just right. If you're in a society where the media is not free to report what they see, the people, the citizens too, are not even, they're even scared of, knowing what is going on around them. I think it's like we are not really building an egalitarian society.
You see, this lays credence, your last statement, to what I heard some time ago, because persons have told me in conversations in the past, look, I try to limit, my exposure to the media, because most of the time I already know what I'm going to see, and I already know what I'm going to be fed with. It's either going to be insecurity situations in the north, across the northwest and the northeast, or it's going to be issues relating to IPOB in the southeast and the Eastern Security Network and all of what is going on around there, the sit at home and all of that. So I try as much as possible, to avoid total exposure to the media, because I know what is expectant to be reported in the media. This is the words of some others. Now, going to the Daily Trust newspaper, on the banner headline, we see how bandits killed dozens in Sokoto market. This is what we're talking about. 2 weeks ago, I was having a conversation with someone else, and we're saying not a week goes by that we don't have at least 3 or 4 days where we see, issues of insecurity, pockets of violence across the country, and the president is still saying, the insecurity situation in the country is declining, and not increasing. So it's quite surprising to see the media always coming out to bring all of these facts, but yet the government in its own wisdom is saying it's declining. When does it get to the point where we would see the government taking actions that is expected, that Nigerians have claimed, tackle these issues head on, and probably would see a change?
Sagir, I think the president is solely trying to make a political statement. Don't forget, election is around the corner. Every political parties will be looking at what to feed on, and the president too. He and his party fed on this in 2015, if you remember.
Yeah.
And this, I think, is the major reason why Jonathan administration was ousted, during that period. So the people must feed on this. We must know what is going on. It's a must. If the president is saying that he's fighting banditry, he's fighting insecurity, at the end of the day, we are still seeing this, all these things happening, increasing by the day. Thank God he received the final lapse of the Tucano jets, being brought to the country. Good. But what about the ones that have been last week, if I'm not mistaken, we had a report, by Wall Street Journal, if you remember, that reported that the military had to pay like 20 million naira so that they won't bring down the president's jet, if you remember, although they later came out to debunk it. But that's Wall Street Journal. We can't just put that away. So if we put all these things together, the government should be more proactive. They should tell us the truth. If you say that this thing is declining, but people are being killed on a daily basis, there are some that are not being reported. Some are not being reported.
Yes.
In Suleja, 2 or 3 days ago, we still heard that kidnappers came and they operated for nothing less than 4 hours. It was not reported. It was just some people that were in that area that called on radio that this what happened in their place. And there are many. This one that happened yesterday happens to be something that happened in the public. Adibin is not what happened in the public. Probably you and I wouldn't have known. So what are we hiding? Are we not supposed to say the way it is? Why would the federal government want to gaggle the media for doing their job?
Okay, so in your opinion, do you subscribe to the president saying that insecurity is declining instead of?
Nah, I don't subscribe to that. We know what happens. Okay. Someone still told me like a few days ago. He said he had to pay 3 million naira as ransom. It's not reported. Many things are happening that are not reported. But this one that have been reported now, the president is trying to tell us that it shouldn't be reported the way it is. So
trying to control the narrative.
Trying to control the narrative.
All right, talking about insecurity, we see on the Blueprint newspaper as its banner headline, quite an interesting, headline there. Rampaging bandits killed, and unfortunate, as a matter of fact, 30 in Sokoto market. This happened yesterday. Tambuwal urges more troops. Gunmen kill sergeant, set police division ablaze in Ebonyi. You see, this is what we're talking about. Security operatives kill 10, rescue hostage in Kaduna. Bandits, unlike IPOP, Boko Haram, believe in nation's unity, and that's by the Minister of Information. We see the picture of the day there. You were talking about the Tucano jets that the presidency took a receipt of, where the vice president was handed, a picture of the NAF A29 Super Tucano jet from the visiting White House Deputy National Security Advisor John Finer during their meeting at the State House in Abuja. Now let's move to the Nigerian News Direct newspaper. We still see almost the same banner headline there. Don't report insecurity as rising. Buhari tells journalists 43 dead as bandits attack Sokoto. Still quite unfortunate. Some are saying 30, some are saying 43, but then again, we will not know the actual figures until the security agencies give, a figure. So on the top there, we see Eid al-Maulud, avoid recklessness, imbibe patience, FRSC to motorist. P&ID, 9.6 billion naira scam, EFCC rearranged Nolan, 2 others. CAC's new policy on data protection guarantees safety of companies, and that's by the NBA. Okay, so I was going to ask Mr. Felix, let's leave the issue of insecurity now. On the eve of every occasion or festivities in the country, be it public holiday, Eid al-Kabir celebration, Christmas, Easter, New Year, and the like, we always see the FRSC, that's Federal Road Safety Corps, coming out to say, be a good driver, obey traffic rules and regulation, speed limit, obey the speed limit. Overspeeding kills. Don't overtake like a lunatic, basically. Just drive well, But we've never seen them saying to the government, perhaps if the roads were good enough, some of these issues would have been avoided. Because we know that most cases most accident cases actually involve either overspeeding and sometimes the nature of the road the driver is driving home. So I just want you to lay a little credence to, on the part of the government, their need to, do what is necessary to ensure that the number or the level of road accidents being recorded yearly is reduced to the barest minimum.
I feel the FRSC, they are more concerned about telling Nigerians about how many people that died, the way people drive, but not really going into the core of accidents in the country. If you've ever traveled maybe from here down to the west, you know what I'm talking about. Look at that Lokoja road. It's an eyesore. Since the time of Obasanjo has, is the one that really gave out that contract. Since then, see what that road has become. And there are many federal roads like that all over. And you are expecting people you are expecting vehicles not to have accidents in those places. Look at the road at Songota. If not Idris Abdul Karim, he was one that came up with a song just to be about that particular road. And after that song came out, the governor and the senator representing that, they had to go there. And what if that man did not sing? Must somebody sing before you know what to do? So the government just have to be more proactive and live by their words. The promises they made before coming to election, by next year you begin to see more promises on the promises they've made before, which they didn't do. They will come out to make the same promises again, and it's quite unfortunate that even we, the people, we still follow them blindly as if we don't know what's going on after giving us some just little thing. I just feel that the government should do what is right. They have budget for all these things. Why are they not doing all the necessary things that have to be done? So the Boboye Yemi and his people should just take it easy and go to the core of what's really causing this accident.
All right. So let's just glance through the Daily Trust newspaper finally. We see APC Congress's implosion looms as losers fight back. Aregbesol's camp goes to court. We're authentic, not parallel, Shekaro's faction. Reconciliation panel appeals to aggrieved members. Nigeria records 33 new COVID-19 deaths. And that's it for the Daily Trust newspaper and by extension the program this morning. Remember, Nigeria Now comes to you weekdays, Monday to Friday on your digital first Pan-African News Network, TOS Television. And you can be part of Nigeria Now by connecting with us on our various social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at TOS TV Network. You could also watch Nigeria Now via our website at www.tostvnetwork.com and via YouTube at TOS TV Network. Don't forget to like and subscribe. My name is Sagir Ibrahim. See you tomorrow.